Is it that weird that my brother and I snuggle? I've never seen a comment section so equally split. This is tremendous. I, 31 meters, am an identical twin and we are super close, like best friends close. While I don't snuggle with him, we do have a relationship where some things we do may be defined as weird or not normal by literally everyone else. Twins have a special bond where sometimes the relationship is so close that it's hard to define, or for others to conceive of. No one will know what your relationship is like except for another twin. So take it from me. As long as there is nothing of an explicit sexual nature going on, don't worry about it. Your relationship as a twin is for you to understand and be okay with, and for no one else, including other siblings you may have. Define snuggle. Are you guys spooning on the couch or just sort of sitting right next to each other? Honestly, it sounds like you are puppies. It is a bit weird. Now, I'm trying to figure out if that's society telling me that or my own mind. But I can't help but go, ehhh. I don't know about that one. At the very least, be open to the idea that it's odd to some. Try to understand your BF's POV. I'm not saying to allow your boyfriend to diminish your relationship with your brother. Edit. I keep thinking about this and I need info lol. For your boyfriend to complain about it, he must be around to see it? So that means, say you three are watching a movie together. You're cuddling with your brother, while your boyfriend sits on the side and watches y'all? Lol. That to me would be weird. And I can see why he would have a problem with that. I can't see any instances where your boyfriend would be complaining unless he was the one left out. I think this would become uncomfortable for someone you're dating. Not trying to judge, but if I was seeing someone and we went over to their place and they, an adult in their 20s, started cuddling up with their sibling, it would be a little off-putting. Great that y'all are close and comfortable. And human touch isn't a bad thing to have. But just be aware for others it may come off as awkward. But y'all be y'all. I think it's pretty weird. But it's probably a consequence of how you guys were raised. As you said, your parents were out of the picture when you were young. Yourself and your brother were, guessing here, the only one for each other. So it's a attitude that corresponds, I guess. I'm a twin sister to a brother and we have never cuddled. We are now in our 30s. However, I don't think it's weird. Most people can't conceive of how close many twins are. So cuddling doesn't seem odd to me. Our closeness was always more intellectual. It sort of felt like having a best friend, soulmate and comedy partner from the day we were little. I have never felt alone. Our parents were taken out of the picture when we were very young. Aha. This is the context I needed. You were all each other had. And now you're both just used to being there for each other. It's pretty heartwarming actually. Weird. But I totally get it. All I'm picturing in my head is that guy Danny that Rachel dates in Friends. You know, the one who's a bit too snuggly with his sister. Unlike the other comments from people with a twin saying it's normal. As a fellow twin, I think that's hella weird. I think it has less to do with being a twin than just doing that in general with any sibling can seem a little weird. But it's probably the way individuals are raised. My brother and I are not twins. But we are only a year apart in age. We've always been very close. Best friends even. And people have made comments about us having a weird relationship. We hug, obviously. But the only instance of cuddling I can think of would be like once while watching a scary movie. And even then it was sort of a joking, jump into someone else's arms kind of thing. If that makes sense. I don't know. I guess I land closest to, it must be a twin thing, but if I were in your boyfriend's shoes I might be a little weirded out by it as well. ETA. After reading some of your comments, I would say there are definite red flags of codependency. And I would have a real problem with that if I was in a relationship with either of you. Being very close to your family member will probably never really be a weird thing. But the constant snuggling would be a little off-putting to me. Like, I know it's not sexual, but I'd rather not see my girl wrapped in a dude's arms 24/7. That's not me. At a certain part I'd be like, enough, where's my damn snuggling time, make room. It's a cultural thing. I think it's pretty normal where I live to sibling cuddle, or even spoon, like someone said, and not weird at all. It's affection. We also kiss cheeks when meeting someone, even if it's a stranger's. People from outside find it weird. I don't think this is weird at all. I'm not a twin, and my sister, 41F, and I, 39F, snuggle all the time. Yes. Fairly often in a bed. Yes. Sometimes we spoon. My husband thinks it's funny. And no one else cares. We get away with it because we're both women. That seems pretty arbitrary to me. When I think about it, snuggling with your sibling might not be common. But it's so wholesome. I think it's something we're told as weird. And that's how we form our opinion. Now that I'm older and don't just listen to the first thing I hear about something, I don't give a single fuck. Or have any problem with it. You guys be yourselves. It isn't weird that you cuddle. It isn't weird that you are of opposite genders. It is weird how often you cuddle and your codependency. It is weird that you fall asleep in each other's arms in bed. You have to learn to be your own person. If you don't think this is weird, you can watch any number of TLC shows. I'm Dating a Mama's Boy, Extreme Sisters, and Smothered. There are also subreddits discussing these shows. The relationships are extreme and you can see the toll it takes on their significant others. I immediately thought it's a twin thing. BC y'all spent 9 months together doing just that, and even years after that growing up. It's a bond, so it's natural to me. I grew up around twins and multiples. I snuggle with my triplet sisters frequently. Even if we are all girls, I would do it even if we were mixed genders. Some siblings are just closer than others. It doesn't have to be for any gross reason. I'm a twin. Well, not quite. I have an identical sister and 3 fraternal siblings. I'm a quintuplet. I, female, enjoy cuddling with my fraternal sister. Just sitting on the couch next to each other under a blanket. Nothing strange. Just sisters side by side. However, for me with my identical sister or fraternal brothers, I couldn't imagine that because we beat the shit out of each other growing up, and so I don't like the idea of being close to them that way. Twins have a bond that others don't. We share the womb, infancy, childhood, first days of school, last days of school, learning to drive at the same time. So many things that you can't list. It's a bind like no other. Don't be ashamed of being close to your sibling that way. Like others have mentioned. Just as long as nothing if a sexual nature is going on.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.